What's going on, my gaming homies? Sega Man back there with another video. In this video, I'm going to show you every last handheld system that I have. Something different, including the handhelds that you've seen that I recently picked up in earlier video. But I wanted to show you my collection of all my handheld systems that I own, every last one. The video might be a little long, but I hope you enjoy this, guys, because it is a piece of gaming history and things that these companies did to make handheld gaming different, you know, even from different companies and from original companies. Some of these handhelds you're going to see are the same. You know, they're the same, but they're different color ones, some of them. It's just what I have in my handheld collection, and you're going to see that here in a moment. But the first one I want to show you here is this handheld made by Hyperkin, and it plays original NES games, which is original NES games. It is the FC Mobile 2 by Hyperkin, and I'm going to show you the box. The game system is inside. But this is what it looks like. It's a handheld, regular NES, and you can also hook this up to your TV, and it has wireless remotes that come with it, and even a laser gun that comes with it too. And guess what? It works. It works. The handheld Hyperkin, this Hyperkin system it's decent. I don't know if you would say it would be the best. I got it really cheap. Like $25, and it plays most of the games. There were some games I had a little bit of problem with, because you know the old school way you have to blow into the cartridge with like a mild, like warm breath, and you can get the games to work. But this is a handheld NES. There is not another handheld NES out there that I know of so far, except this one, and it is it's pretty decent. You know, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'll show you real quick because I have a lot of other systems, handhelds to go through. But, this is it right here. It's pretty cool. And you can, like I said, you can hook it up to your TV and play it like a original NES. That's what it looks like. And let me show you a controller real quick. There's a controller. You put the batteries in the back. And it's pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool. And it has an A and V out, a DC on-off button. You know, I don't have no game in there, but you see that it works. But I just thought it was really cool and interesting to have a handheld NES. And like I said, it works pretty decent. You know, Hyperkin, they make pretty decent stuff for the most part. But it's not bad. It's not bad. You might be able to pick this up on eBay or I guess Amazon, and even if you have a local game store that might have it. But I got it complete in the box, and I'm grateful to have that. Now the next one I'm going to show here is the first DS, a Game Boy Advance, and I have the little blue case for it. It's a little beat up. But when you look inside, you know, it's the original, it's the blue one. Got this at a flea market for a very cheap price. I think it was $7-8. It works. You guys know about these. Some of you guys. You know what I mean? Some people might not. It might skip past their generation. But this is the one that didn't have the light. You know, you had to actually play in the light like you see right now. You know what I mean? But, I remember back in the day, around, I think it was after the Dreamcast and PlayStation 2 came out, if I'm correct. Some guy actually traded in his his Dreamcast, all his games, and a PlayStation. I think PlayStation 2 was on, and just for this. So he traded all that in just for this, and yeah, I wouldn't have did that, you know. But it was brand new then, and he really wanted it, and he was excited to have it. So, that's the original Advance. Now, you've seen this. This is my Game Boy Pocket. The black one. You've seen it in a previous video. We have Actually, I got 3 of these. 2 Game Boy Advance SPs. 1 red. It's a little beat up. 1 gray. They both work. The PS Vita. You guys all know about that, I'm pretty sure. You guys know about the PS Vita. It's a nice little system. The old school 3DS. Have that. Still play it today. A little dirty, have to clean it. This is what I just showed you guys this recently. I have another, actually I have another gray one like this. So, I have another gray one like this. I tell you what, the one I showed you, the one I just showed you, if there's anybody interested in trading me for one of these, for some games or something like that, I'll trade you. It does work. You're gonna have to get the plug for it though, because I don't have an extra plug for it, but it does work. You know, actually, I'll show you. It does work. So if anybody wants to do a trade and wants one of these, let me know in the comment section below. So that's 2 of those. Now, this is probably before a lot of you guys' time, and it does work. It's a handheld Space Invader game by Intech. This is very old game system. I'll show you real quick. See that? Great graphics, huh? 4K graphics, 60 frames per second. Can't beat that in a handheld, huh? But back in the day when I was real young, I used to play games like this. Yeah, a lot of you young cats out here that subscribe to me probably never even seen something like this. But these systems are very expensive sometimes when you go find them on eBay or certain places like that, like Amazon. I went to search for this one time and I couldn't even find it. So that's another handheld from back in the day. Old school. Old school right there. Now, another one we have here is a handheld, original handheld Genesis, which is the Sega Nomad. Some of you have heard it, probably some of you have not. It's a really good handheld system. It works good. Now the lighting on this is a little, you know, you can see it really good. You know what I mean? But it's not great, like, because these are older. You know what I mean? But I seen this thing go for a lot of money on Amazon and places. I can't even find it in my local exchange. And if you do, you're gonna pay over $100 for this. So the Sega Nomad is very cool. It has like a slant to it, if you see it. Pretty unique architect design of this the Sega Nomad. I got this a long time ago when it was called, I think it was called EB Games or Electronics Boutique, and at the time it was on clearance, so I got it for like 40 bucks. So this is a great handheld Genesis to own. You can buy a battery pack with it, or you can plug it in and play it at home. It's really cool. It's big, but it was the first portable handheld Sega Genesis system, which is the Nomad. Very well sought after system. I had people try to ask me if they could buy this off of me, and I said, nah, man, I'm a collector. I had a guy offer me over $200 for it, and I was like, nah, I'm not. I don't sell. I'm a collector. I don't. If I find one out in the wild, I might, you know, hook you up or something like that. But I could never find one for him. So now you guys seen this. This is the DS Lite, the white one. You guys know what that is. Just showed you guys that. This is another one. This is actually mine. It is a blue DS. And I have the Decepticon cover on it, which I thought was really cool. I put that on there. You know what I mean? It had a nice compartment in the back where you can hold your games, stuff like that. It's really cool. I like it. I have a little Space Invader design in there. You know what I mean? But I like the shell casing for this. I got it for like $4 on a clearance. But that's the blue one. All right. Now we have another Game Boy Advance SP, which is mine. It's a blue version of it with the Mario sticker on it I put on there. Very clean, very cool looking. It's my personal one. Got that. It's another one. Let's see what else we got here. My favorite handheld system, and I have two of these. My favorite handheld system is the Game Gear. Now this one here is the original light. I don't have no batteries in it, but it's the original one that I didn't. I got one that got redone, where she put capacitors in there to make it brighter and more seeable than the original, because the capacitors and stuff blow out in these. But this one still works. It is the Game Gear. I love this system. You know what I mean? These have went up in price. You probably can maybe find them at a flea market, maybe. But my favorite handheld is the Game Gear. I love it till this day. As you can see, I have a lot. Now this is another handheld Genesis, but it's portable. Smaller, more portable. It has a built-in lithium battery. The screen is phenomenally colorful. It's a great screen. It is awesome. It has games that are actually built into this. Let me see if I can turn it on real quick. But it has games that are built into it. It has the Genesis games in there. You know, it has Genesis games in there too, I think. Is this the one? No, this might not be the one that has the Genesis games, but it has games built into it, like weird, funny games that are built into this. But when you put a Genesis game in here, it is incredible. Incredible. And I paid $30 for this a while back. But it is an incredible little portable Genesis. This is one you can definitely take wherever you go. It's pretty awesome. And I picked this up at my local exchange pretty cheap. Turn that off real quick. The next one here is the PSP, the red one. You guys have seen this in a previous video. The PSP to me is actually better than the PS Vita. I know the PS Vita has a nice screen and all this other stuff. The games are still way too expensive, and it's old and discontinued. The games are way too expensive. They need to go way down in price. And what I like about this too is you don't have to, you can put a movie in here. You can play your games in here, which was very awesome. You know, that's what I like about it. The PSP to me is a way better system than the Vita. Okay, it just is. You get more for your value with this handheld system. It's another great system to own. And this is also the God of War Kratos version, where it has him on the back. You guys that are big God of War fans, I'm not a fan of God of War. I've played it and I didn't like it, but I like this PSP version of the Kratos, which is pretty cool. But yeah, and I got this also at a flea market. A girl actually sold this to me with games for 15 bucks, and it works perfectly. And she gave me the plug with it. Now, this is another system you guys might not know of. It came out in the Dreamcast days. Yeah, it's become expensive. Has a, hear that clicking, like the cool clicking of the old arcade sticks. It is the Neo Geo Pocket by SNK. This is another great system that came out, and I think it still works without, because I left the batteries in here. Good thing about these, you shouldn't leave the batteries in here, but it should come on. You can't see it. You can see it a little bit, because you can see me in the background. But it's a great little system. And it had really cool games with it too, and I have a slew of games in there. And I picked this up for $40 in this big plastic package it came in with the games in it. The games were surrounding it inside there, and it came with this. So I got a good deal on this, I believe. So, and I'm glad to still own this, and I still play it today. I pick it up and still play it today. It's a great little handheld SNK system. All right. The next one, a lot of you guys might not know about. I've done a video on it before. It is kind of expensive to get today, and to get one working, which is the Atari Lynx. The Atari Lynx is a handheld Atari system. This is, to me, is the better version. They have this is the second generation one. There's a first generation one that was a little bigger, you know, and it just, wear and tear on that system was really bad. You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to get my friend to give me his old Atari Lynx. You know, maybe I'll offer him a few dollars for it. But this is pretty decent little system. And, it, you know, it works perfectly. The games that came out for it were pretty cool. You know what I mean? But the Atari Lynx. And I also had a guy that tried to buy this off me, and I told him no. You know, he offered me a few $100s, and I said, man, I'm not selling my Atari Lynx because I got it for a good price. I'm not letting it go. You know what I mean? It's very, very collectible if you're a collector of video games. Now, this is made by Hyperkin. This is a portable, and you guys have seen this, a portable Super NES, which is called the Superboy. And this plays imported Super NES games and regular NES games, which is really cool. You know, you can modify your Super NES if you get a Dremel tool and just cut the things inside there that where the cartridges go, and if you smooth them out, you can play both in your original system too. But this handheld plays both the Japanese and the American versions of Super NES games, and I like this thing, man. I only pay $20 for it, and it's awesome. And you can also hook this up to your TV. You put the controllers in here, and you can play it on your TV. Now, the next one you guys seen, which was my DSi, the first one I've owned. Got it very cheap. We aren't going to go through all that again, but it is the DSi that I own. It's another one to add to the handheld Nintendo collection. And last but not least, this is a handheld, I think it's by Atlas, a handheld Genesis, again. And all the games are built in. Now, you guys know, you guys seen these. You can find these at flea markets. Some people try to make you pay over $20 for these at a flea market. I'm like, no way. Because if you get these like in a Dollar General, Family Dollar store, I've seen these for $35. Kind of expensive to me. I did a trade with my friend, and he didn't want it, so he gave it to me with the box. And this has a lot of old school Genesis games built in. Very good for on trips, or if you're on the road in the car, just turn it on and play all your old school games. Sonic, Golden Axe, Altered Beast, they're all in here. So that's another handheld that I own in my collection. So that's all I got for today, guys. I just wanted to show you my handheld collection. As you can see, I have a lot of them. You know, it's just very fun to collect for and talk about. You know what I mean? Handheld systems are very, very good. You know what I mean? A lot of people prefer handheld systems over playing your Xbox One X or your PS4, like the Switch. A lot of people like the Nintendo Switch, and they prefer that as their preferred console. I consider it a handheld. I know you can dock it, but to me it's a handheld. But some people consider it, their number one game system to game on. You know what I mean? Everybody comes from all different walks of life and likes different types of things, you know, when it comes to gaming. But I just wanted to show you guys that. Weekend's coming up. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I hope you're loving gaming. We got the E3 coming up soon. You know, that's going to be great. I'll be tuning into that, watching that on Mixer. So, have a good weekend, guys. I want to give a shout out to all my subscribers. Mr. 100, which is a really cool brother. Carly and Hebot, and E-Rock, the Micropod, all those guys. K-Mega, Randy, Thrifty Gamer. And the one guy, I gave him a shout out in my... in my comment section. He said, can you please just give me a shout out, man, just one time? Bro, I'm sorry, man, I didn't give you a shout out, but I sent you a message, brother. I do really appreciate you watching and subscribing to me, my man. Thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it. I just want you to know that. You guys have a great weekend and enjoy your gaming. And always remember, don't play numbers, play games. And always remember, too, Xbox for life for me. Peace.